Hi everybody, in this video I will talk about how to build a fund that you will use for your US teaching application. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already and check out the videos I made about teaching and living in the US. I also have a Facebook page where I share information about international teaching opportunities besides teaching in the US. So make sure to follow and like my page. The moment you decide on applying as a teacher in the US, that is when you should start building your funds. The application process can take as short as 6 months depending on how prepared you are with the documents needed and how fast you can secure an embassy visa interview appointment. If your application got accepted or approved by the visa sponsor or employer in January, expect to have things completed before June of the same year and be ready to leave for the US starting July. Your plane ticket must be booked as soon as you receive your visa approval. Some visa sponsors will take care of the whole cost of the airfare, some will take care of a portion, and some will not share the cost. If the visa sponsor will take care of the entire cost or just a part of it, then the visa sponsor will be the one to book your flight. Watch this video if you do not know how and where to start the application process. If you found a visa sponsor like EPI, FACES, TPG, and many others that does not ask for a program fee, then that's a considerable cost off your shoulders. Some visa sponsors also cover other expenses like the CVIS fees, FCE, airfare, etc. So make sure to look for visa sponsors like those. I post information on these things on my page, so feel free to visit and explore. Watch this video to learn the cost of US application for a J1 visa. Unfortunately, I have not done a video for H1B visa on this yet. Okay, so you have a year to build your fund. Do you realize how short this time is? Do not feel disheartened. The important thing is you have saved some. This means that you will not rely entirely on loans to provide the funds. Whatever you can save can be added to your pocket money, for instance, or to cover the cost of the visa application and other things typically shouldered by the teacher applicant. Here we go. Start early. The earlier you start saving, the more time you have to build your funds. So if you are someone who just recently graduated from the university and you are only starting to gain the required experience to be eligible, then you have 2 years to save up and build your application funds. Create a budget and stick to it. This will help you track your spending and make sure you're not overspending. Cut back on unnecessary expenses. This could include things like eating out, going to the movies, or buying new clothes. Since you have an American dream you are trying to fund, it's time to make sacrifices, but don't worry. You can watch your next movie in a more comfortable cinema in the US. You can have your next meal in an American restaurant. You know what I'm saying, right? For now, no more unnecessary purchases. Look for ways to make extra money. This could include getting a part-time job, starting a side hustle, or selling some of your belongings. Do not pay off all your remaining debts or credits yet, unless your loan must be paid in full to get your clearance to leave the country, such as loans you may have taken out from your workplace. It's okay to continue paying them while you are in the US. For instance, if you still have a few months or even years left to pay off your bank loan, ultimately ask your bank if there's a way to continue your payment from the US. I'm not saying that you should stop paying them off, okay? I'm only saying there is no need to pay it off 100% before you leave the country. In my case, I had a loan that I took out from Security Bank because I needed the money for my thesis and the book that I was writing in 2017. At that time, I was paying my loan through post-dated checks. Because I was paying through post-dated checks, it did not matter where I worked, and I could continue paying it. I just sent money to my sister who paid for me. I completed paying my bank loan in 2018. You can do something like this. So go to your bank and ask for payment arrangement. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If you have relatives who can help you fill in what you are lacking in terms of funds, reach out to them first. Usually relatives do not give interest on loans. the last resort, and I mean the last, so do this with lots of caution. Take out a loan. If you have done everything you could and still need so much, it's time to take out a loan from a bank or lending company or your insurance policy. Think of it this way. I am sure you're familiar with people taking out bank loans to start or upgrade their existing businesses. Sometimes you can't help but take out loans, which is a good loan because you will be using this money to get more money. This money will not be spent on useless things like new gadgets or throwing an expensive birthday party for a 1-year-old who will never remember nor enjoy the party. Just be wise about the loan you are taking. Make sure to use it for its intended use. Make sure that the deal is also good and only take out loans that you need and nothing excessive, because loans like these usually have significant interest. And the bigger the loan you take out, the harder it is for you to save money. Do not forget to watch my video on saving money while you are teaching in the US on a J1 visa. Building your application funds can be a challenge, but it's possible with careful planning and effort. By following these tips that I mentioned earlier, you can make sure you have the money you need, or at least part of it, to start achieving your American dream. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!